Hey guys, if you've ever been frustrated by the amount of emails that you need to reply to,
or ever thought I really need to be doing something else, but I really should be replying to emails right now,
or ever missed an important email just because your inbox is overrun,
then this video is for you. We're going to teach you how to get inbox zero without actually having to do any of the work yourself.
What? Yes, that's right, this is Inbox Zero by Outsourcing. Let's do this.
Hey, Andrew and Pete here. We teach small business owners and entrepreneurs how to scale their businesses. And there is one thing that is crucial that small businesses must have if they want to grow.
Is it time?
Yeah. How'd you know?
I read the script.
Yes, time. We all need more time to work on our business, not just in it. And for us, and probably you too, a huge time suck for us was replying to emails.
So for the past couple of months, we've been outsourcing our emails to Claire Grace and her team of virtual assistants.
And to be honest, we did procrastinate on this task, but we didn't procrastinate because we didn't want to do it. We wanted to do it, but we procrastinated because we didn't really know how to do it.
So how do you outsource your emails? How much does it cost? Like, are you going to lose control of your emails? How do you know what they're going to say? Let's answer all those questions for you right now.
Because after a couple of months of putting it off, we actually dedicated some time to it, and since then it has been amazing.
Email for us was always just so overwhelming and a massive time drain and something we just didn't really enjoy doing. So being able to outsource our emails has actually given us loads and loads of time back so that we can go and invest in growing our business, developing our business, getting more sales, and spending more time in the Atomic community with all our awesome members. So let's make sure emails don't bog you down either. Here's 4 steps you need to take to successfully outsource your email so you can get that inbox zero. And at the end, we'll explain how this all comes together.
So they need to be able to read and reply to your emails. So you could just give them your password, but actually we use G Suite by Google, which is really cool because it allows you to grant access to other people in your organization. So what we did is set Claire up on claire@andrewandpete.com, and we granted her access to our inbox without having to give her our passwords. And if you don't see the grant access option, make sure it's switched on in your Google admin console, because that did catch us out. It was a little bit frustrating.
He was very confused.
Google says I can do this.
Did you actually Google it to find the answer?
Yeah.
Step 2 is to set up some basic housekeeping rules. Before getting into the actual outsourcing of the emails, we set up some basic housekeeping rules for the general management of the emails. Things like, is the VA replying as us or as themselves on behalf of us? What is the tone of voice for the emails?
That's ours, by the way.
That's how you should read our emails, man. And how regularly do you want your emails checked?
For us, we decided it was best if Claire replied as herself on behalf of us, rather than faking a personal reply from us. But we still talked to Claire a lot about how we approach replying to emails, so she could match our tone of voice and our brand as much as possible. And we just looked at some old emails and actually how we reply to them, and that really helped. We also decided that we wanted our emails checked once a day, Monday to Friday.
Step 3 is to set up folders or labels. This is really important, as these folders or labels, as they're called in Google Mail, will help you to really organize everything.
Now, it's really easy to overcomplicate this. You could have a folder for every client, every project, every full moon, but if you're anything like us, we like to keep things as simple as possible.
So we have only 2 labels. An Andrew and Pete label, and a Claire label. And our emails get categorized into who needs to reply to them, whether it's Claire or whether it needs a personal response from us. More on that in just a second.
Step 4 is to create your standard operating procedures. You'll probably be able to broadly categorize your emails in some way. And the next step is to create standard operating procedures, or SOPs, for short, for each type of email that your VA can then go on and implement. Let's run through some examples so this all makes sense. Here's 3 types of email that we get regularly and the SOP for each.
Number 1, someone is pitching to speak at Atomicon.
The SOP is keep their record on file, thank them for applying, but let them know that the application process is now closed, and if they want to speak at the next Atomicon, to reapply in January 2020.
2, a potential customer asking about Atomic.
The SOP is simply to tag that email as Andrew and Pete because this is someone that we want to talk to personally.
Number 3, an online purchase receipt.
Oh, that's the best one.
Yeah.
An online purchase receipt. The SOP for this one is simply to forward to our bookkeeper using a service called HubDoc.
For a lot of these standard operating procedures, or SOPs, there's an email template for each of them that Claire can actually just use instantly.
And the SOP itself is simply one big Google Doc that Claire can simply have open alongside our inbox and copy and paste in between. There is probably software as well that makes the templates easier, and we will probably get around to doing that eventually, but for now, this works a treat.
So bringing this all together, this is how this whole process works. Every afternoon, Claire goes into our email inbox and sorts out all our emails into the labels Andrew and Pete or Claire. She then replies to all of the emails that she can reply to in the Claire label using the standard operating procedures and all the templates available to her.
If there's any emails that she can handle but just needs a bit more information from us, she'll either shoot us a quick message if it's like really urgent, or if it's not urgent, then every single Monday morning we just have a 10 to 15 minute meeting where she just goes through everything and gets any information she needs from us.
From our point of view then, we just log in, we go straight to the Andrew and Pete label and start replying to any of the emails that we actually need to personally respond to, which is a fraction of the amount of emails that we had to deal with. And this helps us to get over this like overwhelming dredge of actually going to do emails, and it allows us to use that time to actually focus on income generating activities.
Once we've replied to them all, we simply remove the Andrew and Pete label, hence getting inbox 0.
Yeah.
And when they reply, Claire simply just relabels them based on if we need to reply or if she needs to reply.
Andrew, I think we should be like more excited about inbox 0. Like, woohoo.
I'm good.
This whole process is super simple but extremely effective. All those tiny email tasks like forwarding on to the bookkeeper, replying to people about being interviewed on a podcast, things like that, they all add up into big chunks of time, all of which somebody else can help us with.
The cost of this service as well is probably cheaper than you think, and in fact we don't even look at it as a cost, we look at it as an investment. Because all that time saved, we're not just sat here in the office twiddling our thumbs thinking, yay, no more emails. We're actually using that time to convert more sales and grow our business, which we couldn't do if we didn't outsource the inbox.
So to us, it's not really a cost. Let us know in the comments what you think. Are you thinking more about outsourcing emails or just outsourcing in general? Are you going to get to inbox 0?
Whilst you're down there as well, why not subscribe? We make videos like this every single Tuesday. We've also dropped a link to Claire down there. Accidental rhyme alert.
Down there.
She does a ton more than email management. This is really just scratching the surface, so check out what Claire does on the link.
We've been Andrew and Pete. We'll catch you next time.